Yo, what is going on? It is your boy Luke What. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today's video is going to be talking about how to get over a breakup. Also, I know my house looks really bad. You're gonna have to trust the process, but this is what I'm working with so far. Now, you know what? We're going no music because we gotta be serious. All right. Today I'm going to be talking about why breakups suck and how to make them less bad. I feel like we all get into the habit of, going through like your first unfortunate breakup and you instantly like don't know how to handle yourself. You instantly don't know how to contain yourself and you become a mess. Truly, you fall apart. So I'm here to try to shed some advice, and I am not even that much of a dater. I've only been like in one or two situations like this, and they weren't even like proper like labeled relationships, but I still had like feelings, and when it didn't go wrong it felt like a breakup, like my heart was broken. And essentially I'm just going to be sharing everything I learned from those experiences, and hopefully that can help you deal with your breakup. And oh my days, look at this sunset. Y'all seen this? Yeah, bro. I'm out here on an island, bro. And no, this ain't the inappropriate island. This is the Luke Island. Let's get it. All right, let me go to sleep. So, first things first, I kind of want to clarify by saying this completely depends on how the relationship ended and what your dynamic is. I think it also depends on a lot of other things, but one thing I want to say that really can affect how a breakup will happen is the rate of which you move on or they move on. From my experience, it is way less likely for two people to be friends if one of them or both of them have moved on very quickly with someone new, or talking to someone new, or rebound. You get the gist. Especially if that new person is a, a slight or big reason why you two ended in the first place, you know? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some birch planks. Let's get some birch. I have an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I feel like two people can't really remain friends after being in a super intimate relationship if, again, if someone has moved on. It's just gonna make it really hard because you're like, oh, okay, we're over, it's fine. Um, they wanted to leave me, and then you see them on their social medias post up with someone new already. It's gonna tear your heart out. It just is. It's human nature. Whoa, my bed's floating. I didn't know I could do that. First things first, you need to mute them on every social media. I know what you're thinking. No, we're still friends. No, we still talk every day. No, we still play video games. No, we're still cool. Just trust me, you guys broke up for a reason. It's over. I understand when you are young, you want to be in like a fun, toxic, like on and off situation. But when it goes from fun and, oh, look, we're together again, to, wow, that couple who can just never really let go and they are still exhausting each other, it's a sad sight. Like, no one wants to see that. You don't want to go through that. It's like you're better off just saving yourself and waiting for someone new who actually will, treat you respectfully, and you'll treat them respectfully. I really try not to have too many regrets, but I'd say one of my regrets from women I've been involved with in the past is like, I wish I can just let it end peacefully. I wish I didn't make it like a whole thing or a whole explosion or a cut you off on XYZ social media. It's like you don't have to make it a charade. Like, as I was saying earlier, where you mute them, I wish I just muted them on social media for a bit instead of just instantly resorting to unfollowing or instantly resorting to blocking. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to take such extreme precautions. You could just mute and stay chill. Unless obviously they remove you first, then it's fair game. But I realize you don't have to be the one that does it first, you know? And I understand the anger is there. Oh, I don't feel like enough. Oh, I suck. Oh, how can they do this to me? How can they have someone new already? How are they posting gym pictures together already? It's brutal. It's brutal. No one wants to go through it, but it's like I feel like you have to let your partner move on without making it a charade, because maybe you guys can still be friends. Even though I think it's pretty unlikely that you can be friends with your ex without there still being something there. Like, it is possible, especially if you and your partner are both mature enough and enough time has gone by. 100%. Gang, you have to move on. Regardless on if you broke up with her or she broke up with you have to move on. You have to allow yourself to have the grace of moving on, you know? No contact works. I'm not joking. It actually does, you know? You don't have to go extreme and block, but you can mute on everything. You can mute their posts. You can just not go on the text messages, but if you don't have strong will like me, then you'll probably have to delete the messages or archive them to have it out of sight, out of mind. That's another thing. Out of sight and out of mind actually works. Like, when you're not seeing it, like, you actually just feel better. You feel more free. The 2 times in my life that I've been truly able to move on from girls I liked was when they were out of my sight, when they graduated, when they left the school, when I went to another school. Like, when I'm physically not seeing them, I'm just not as involved. That's a fact. Also, apologies, it is hot as balls, so if you hear a fan in the background, that's me. It is way too hot. Man, this island is so nice. Okay, so this next point is actually like a pretty hard one, but it like really rang true for me once I started applying it. Say it with me now. It's okay to break up, right? I think even a creeper exploded. Like, they don't want to hear the truth. They just don't. It's okay to break up. You know the Good Will Hunting scene where it's like it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Or maybe it is your fault. Who cares? Like, it's okay to break up. I understand when you break up, you know, when the things end, you instantly go through all the best parts. Oh no, where's my house? Oh no, did I lose my house? No. No, no, no. Oh no, I'm cooked. Actually, to be fair, because I'm on an island, there's not too many mobs here. That's fire. I understand it hurts. You guys ended it, and you are only looking at all the best moments. You are only reading all the best messages. You are only looking at the best photos, the favorite songs. But you have to remember it ended. Whether they want to end it with you, you want to end it for them. You can't only look at the good things. Like, imagine every person who goes through a divorce, they're like, oh, but me and my wife did it. It's like, well, y'all divorced though for a reason. You have to focus on that too. Now, here's another point that I have seen a lot: rushing into another relationship. And this one can be a little tricky because I have always been the person who couldn't rush into a relationship. Like, things would go sour with someone and instantly they would have another person, you know, there to move on with or to comfort them. And I never had that. So obviously, I am going to say you shouldn't move on instantly and have a rebound, but I feel like a part of me is only saying that because of resentment and trauma. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe trauma is a strong word, but you know what I'm saying? It's like when you've been done dirty by that fact, you're naturally going to oppose it way more. When in reality, it's a case by case. I've always said, like, if I'm going through a breakup with a girl and it sucks and we're breaking up, and I have a new beautiful girl who I have a solid connection with, and she's hitting up my line right after the breakup, I'm probably gonna go for it too. So I get it. I get why people have rebounds. You don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be lonely. You don't want to be lonely. So when you have someone barking up your tree right after the breakup, being like, hey, how's it going? Hey, oh, does this hurt? Why? Oh, da da da. You know, I've always seen you this way. And it's like, I get it. You fold it like a lawn chair because they gave you that instant gratification of, you know, like love and connection without it coming from a toxic place, i.e. the ex-partner or ex situation. So, you know, that's it. I get it. I really quickly want to share what happened to my friend. So him and his girl have been high school sweethearts, middle school sweethearts. They dated for 5 years straight. 5+ years. Think about how long that is, especially for a young person. So, you know, my entire life, I was like, oh, like they're getting married. You know what I mean? It's like those are my two friends who have been together for 5+ years. The only people I know who are in a long term relationship, like they're gonna last forever. And then they didn't. They broke up. They broke up over fundamental reasons. They broke up over arguments. They broke up over building resentments that happen with time. And my friend, the he was like, you know, like I wish we could have just talked about it. I made mistakes, but I wish we could have communicated. I wish she didn't have to go straight in. And then what ended up happening was, you know, even when they're having the arguments, regardless on who was right, who was wrong, they're having arguments. He felt like he handled it in the wrong way, but he did it. And, you know, all the fights and all the resentment and all the this, that, and the third, um, you know, ended up pushing her away in a way because she's an avoidant. And he probably leans more anxious where he's like, wait, 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 let's talk, let's talk. I'm sorry, let's talk. And she's like, no, 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 I need space, I need space. And at the exact same time that happened, a new dude swooped in and started texting her and started hanging out with her and started driving one on one with her to places. It's like as soon as like it was the most bizarre thing I've ever witnessed. So it was like two of my friends who I grew up with and they were in long-term relationships, a long-term relationship together. And then things happened. They got in scuffles, they got in fights, you know, problems starting arising. And my friend was trying to communicate, but it was also low key his fault. He hurt her, she hurt him. And as she's grieving the fact that this relationship is over, this new dude comes in and swoops in as a noble best friend slash person he falls head over heels for. He falls in love with her, she starts to like him, and they're still dating to this day. And that was like over a year ago. Like it's like the best advice I can give, because I have been someone in the position where you got left for someone else. The best advice I can give is you have to assume they're gonna last her in a rebound. You can't be like, no, you know what? No, 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 something's coming. I could tell because of these reasons. Yeah, yeah, they're not gonna last. They're not gonna last. And it's like, no, no. You can't just assume. Like, okay, like I realize I had to change my mindset from, oh yeah, no, her and her new rebound, her and her new man, they're gonna break up. Yeah, they're gonna break up. They're gonna break up because, you know, like it happened out of this toxic reason. It happened because of this rebound. It happened because of these emotions. Yeah, they're gonna break up. Yeah, it was fake. It was manifested. It's like, bro, you're coping because you lost your girl, bro. You lost your ball. Like what? Like, so I realized I had to change my mindset from, oh yeah, you know, they're gonna end and I'll be able to swoop in or still be friends with her. That's not how you move on, because you are still holding on to the hope that it can end and she'll swoop right back into your arms. The proper way to move on is to be like, I am happy for her. We are still chill, but I can't really do this. She has left me for someone new. I respect her and her new man, but I can't be a part of this. I want no ways with her. I want no peace. I don't want anything to do with a woman who instantly discarded my whole image and replaced me for another man. The same way how if I broke up with a girl and I instantly got a new girl right after to leave her with, I would assume that she would not want anything to do with me either. Like, you feel replaced, you feel discarded. Like it sucks. Like, oh man, there's so much I could say about the situation due to past experiences, but I'm a hold my tongue. So essentially, what helped me is you have to accept that her and her new person could potentially be together forever and you're okay with that and you're happy for them, but you want to move on and find someone new. That way there's no resentment, there's no bad feelings. There might be resentment and bad feelings deep down, but you're looking at it from more of a mature perspective. You have to get rid of the false hope that they're going to come back, and you have to realize that it's not even worth it if they do come back, you know? Because what if they did hit your line? They're like, hey, you know, let's talk. You know, obviously the closure is nice, but like, why would you get back with someone who just completely replaced you? You know what I mean? Or just left you. It's like, you don't want that. Like, I know you think you want that, you don't. And now this next point is going to be a truth pill, and it's brutal because this one took me a very long time to learn. But you have to life max your own life. You have to cherish your old friends while making new friends. You have to explore new interests, explore new hobbies, try new things out, do research on certain things, try new fiction out, try new movies, try new books, try new outings, hang out with family more. Like, you just have to do shit. You know what I mean? Because you want to essentially create a new awesome version of yourself. And by the way, regardless on if you never change or if you start doing all these positive changes that I just listed, you know, just like getting out of the house and doing stuff, you're still not at your final form. There's never a final form. You are constantly going to be changing. Every 6 months, I feel like a whole different person. Like, you are constantly changing. You're changing what you consume, you're changing what you play, you're changing how you talk, how you interpret certain things, what you like. Like, you change all the time. So try to make that change that happens all the time the most positive it can be possible. Like, I want 2026 to be the best year of my life, and I want 2027 to be better, and I'm going to try my best, and 2028 to be better. You know, like, you know, you just have to accept that life keeps going, and you just want to make it the best it can possibly be all the time, you know. Apologies, I'm going to finish this house in another video, but essentially the moral of this video is you have to move on if you got done dirty by your ex, slash if you have an ex in general. Y'all are exes for a reason. You broke up for a reason. You deserve someone who's going to be there no matter what. Someone deserves you who's going to be there no matter what. So just focus on yourself, mute their presence instead of instantly resorting to block or, you know what I mean, extreme. Just focus on removing their presence out of your sight instead of instantly burning everything down out of rage and passion. You know what I mean? Stop texting, mute, you know, essentially just focus on yourself. Eventually your heart will know what's best. And I'm down to make a part 2 on this video, but yeah, essentially you have to lock in, and your life, the future in yourself is always constantly changing, so try to make it the best possible, and try to keep it moving, because just because Superman loses a fight does not mean he's going to stop being a superhero. He's going to keep it going. That's just how it is. And better challenges will be coming, worse challenges will be coming, good things are coming, bad things are coming. Just keep it going, take it one day at a time. Try not to get caught up in the highs or the lows, and have fun. I believe in you. You can definitely move on 100%. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and sub. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.